Okay, what do I want to talk about? Well, today's Sunday. It's actually Easter, so happy Easter if you're watching on Easter. I just finished getting my evening situated and doing a little bit of a weekly reflection. I haven't done that in a while. Like I feel like I subconsciously do it. Like I'll think about like as I plan my week what my quote unquote ins and outs are. But as I reflect on this week, I overall this past week was a good week. I feel like the first week after I go through my period is always, a life, not life changing, but it's always just, like I feel alive again. But not even because of that. I think just in general with the seasons changing, we're actually getting into spring now, and winter is done, to say the least. Well, to say it's not even the least, like winter's actually done. And I'm just ready to leave winter where it is, leave my winter self where she is as well, because winter was such a heavy time, and it was just, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave winter in winter, to be honest. It's spring. We're moving forward, and again, like, I feel really good. I feel last week was just a nice little reset, I think, for myself in terms of just getting back. I don't want to say like locking in, but just getting back in line with the things that I've been saying I want to do, and just like really holding my vision and moving according to what my goals and my visions is. And I think last week I just put a lot of time and energy into that, and I feel really proud of myself, one, but I also just feel, again, like I just feel ready. Like I just feel ready to go after the things that I want to go after, if that makes sense. I don't know, like I just feel really good. I just feel really good. Um Last week was also, what am I trying to say? I And I think this has actually been a theme for me, not even just this past week, but throughout this, since this year started. I think one of my biggest themes have been showing up for myself, but also proving to myself that I can do the things that I keep putting off or that have seemed daunting for the last couple of years. For example, going to the gym. I recently started going, and I've been pretty consistent with my little routine, which I feel really proud of myself for, but also I don't even know how to explain it. It's just one of those things because I haven't gone to the gym regularly since before I had this bit of a health scare, I guess I'll call it, and I haven't gone since then, a couple of years ago. Granted, I was still like physically active and whatever the case. I just wasn't going to the gym because I was just associating the physical trauma I was going to with the gym. And granted, it's been a couple of years, but I literally just let that be my reason for not going for the longest time. Whereas this year, like I got, oh my God, why can't I talk? This year I was able to just, I don't know, I feel like a lot, again, I've just been trying to tell myself like you can do the hard things, you can do the scary things. It's all in your head at the end of the day, and a lot of the times like the fear and the negative things that we're thinking isn't usually even us, like especially once you actually go and like do the work and you start to realize like a lot of the times when you're having negative thoughts, it's coming from either something outside of you, whether it's like someone else that's constantly telling you these things, or a past version of you that like doesn't even align with who you are now. That's still like you're still letting that version of you control you, if that makes sense. But anyways, I say that to say I started going, and I feel like it was kind of proof to myself that, one, I'm no longer in the place that I once was where this felt so scary and like I couldn't do this ever again. Even though like obviously I don't think it was that deep, but at the same time, anyways, yeah, proving to myself that I can do the hard things, and also just showing up for myself, like even when I don't feel like it. Like there have been, granted, since I started going, I've actually been really looking forward to the gym, which is something I never expected out of myself. Granted, I do love moving my body and just being physically active, but I don't know, something about the gym, like I always felt like it was so daunting, and now I'm like, wait, I actually like going, which is just crazy for me to even say, I feel. But that's what happens when we evolve, I guess. Um, but yeah, showing up for ourselves. And I also think another theme, and this has been kind of what my last week's theme was. Not that there is like a specific theme that I go into the week thinking, but I just like as I reflect back on it, I'm like, okay, this was something that was very prevalent throughout the week. But it was just again showing up for myself where I am with what I have, not thinking too far ahead, and also not thinking from the perfectionist aspect of me too, because I have constantly been telling myself that there's certain things that I couldn't do unless things were a certain way. And obviously that's not really the way to go. Like I do think, like I feel like if you're constantly if you're in a space of telling yourself you can't work towards certain goals or do certain things because things aren't externally the way you want them to be or the way you think they should be, you're just going to be in the cycle of waiting. You're never going to actually know what it was like to do the thing. And I feel like it's just better to do it with where you are, do it messy, do it scared, do it with whatever. Just be where your feet are and do it. Just do it. You literally just have to do it. And I proved that to myself this past week because I have been wanting to share more of my passion for yoga for such a long time. And granted, I've been doing these little time lapse yoga videos throughout the past year. Like I'll just upload it to Instagram or TikTok or something. But I've been telling myself that I wanna actually, create my own guided videos and, just share my passion on another level. Something that other people can, if they find it and they wanna move through it themselves, like as I'm talking them through it, whatever. Anyways, um I finally just recorded it and I felt so like there was part of me that was like, wow, what took me so long? And then there was another part that just obviously just felt really proud of myself and just kind of just more inspired to want to keep doing it and keep showing up for myself in the ways that I keep telling myself I couldn't, if that makes sense. Because I don't know, like I feel like if I just sat around waiting for myself to be able to, if I sat around waiting for things to be exactly how I wanted, if I wanted, like just thinking about the way maybe I wanted a specific setup or, yeah, I just feel like if I were to sit around and just waited for me to actually have things 1000% the way that I envision for it to be in order for me to start, who knows when that's going to happen? You know what I mean? And I think it's just important to start where you are, show up for yourself with what you have, and figure it out as you go. And I think that's kind of what I've been doing with my life for this past year specifically too, especially now that I'm out of school. I graduated college in January and now that I'm finally with life outside of school, I've just been thinking a lot about just like, okay, like what's next? Like, what am I doing? Like, and sometimes, like, I think in the winter specifically, it definitely kept me in a place of spiraling, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Just because it is my first time, like, in my entire life, not having to do with school. Like, literally, that's actually crazy to think about because what you start school, well, I started pre K at maybe 4 or 5 years old, up until 26 is when I finished college, or technically I was 25. But, yeah, I forgot where we're going with that. But I say that to say, you just have to start where you are, figure it out as you go, and things will start to fall into place. The more you show up for yourself, the more consistent you are, everything will start to make more sense and feel more like the way you probably envisioned it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I feel really good. I just feel proud of myself. And I think, again, when you're just doing the things that you put off and the things that you are telling yourself that that you can't do and you finally just do it and prove it to yourself that you can do it, it's just such a fulfilling feeling. And I feel grateful towards myself that I can even show up for myself in this way now, because there definitely was a point in life where I was probably gonna just 100% talk myself out of doing the thing and just never do it. And you know, I guess that's just on growth. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I feel really good. I feel just, I guess, just ready for spring. I don't know. We're also in a new month. There was a new full. There was a Was it a full moon? There was a full moon that just passed. And there's just a lot of newness happening, and I just feel like I'm in that. If that makes sense. I also think another theme for me throughout this year has been actually sticking to my word and how that plays a part in my relationship with myself and self trust overall. I feel like when there's times where I tell myself I'm going to do something and I don't do it, I definitely feel that. And I feel just very, I don't think guilt is the right word, but it's just when I don't stick to my word, it doesn't feel right. And it doesn't feel like, I feel like I'm just constantly like breaking my trust with myself, if that makes sense. And I think the more that I've been sticking to my word and actually doing the things that I say I'm going to be doing, regardless of how I've been feeling, it's been mending that self trust and also just enhancing and bettering my relationship with myself overall. So I'm gonna keep doing that. That's gonna be a constant thing. You just have to stick to your word. Every time I think about that, I think about Naruto because he's very big on sticking to his word. He always says it like I never go back on my word, and that's why he's one of my favorite characters. Anyways, I aspire to be like him in that sense. Um, because there definitely are times where, say, like I say I'm gonna do something one day, and then the day comes, and I'm in whatever kind of mood, and I'm like, now I don't want to do it. Now I feel lazy. Now I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and now I'm putting it off, and now I'm putting it off to the point where it never gets done, and now I'm just like, am I ever gonna do it? And I'm not doing that anymore. I think yes, it's important. There's times you're gonna have to just listen to yourself, listen to your mind, your body, and you know, move accordingly. But I do think at the end of the day, sticking to your word is such an important thing. It's such a thing that I think younger me didn't realize how much it would affect me if I didn't stick to my word. If that makes sense, I don't know if I'm making sense. I feel like I'm just rambling, but yeah, I think you just have to stick to your word, and regardless of your mood, stick to the plan, hold your vision, and just show up for yourself how you can with what you have, where you are, and things are going to fall into place. Um, I think that's all I really have to say right now. I've also been Another way I've been kind of showing up for myself and proving to myself that I can do the things I keep putting off is by picking up my camera every day. This is day 3 of me picking up my camera, and I think right now I'm aiming for a week. Yeah, let's just say a week. Because I didn't really have a limit at first. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna pick my camera up like every day. Whatever I record is what I record. But today's day 3, and yeah, let's just say a week. I'm gonna say a week. And now that I'm saying it, I think when I actually say things out loud, that's another thing. It kind of motivates me to want to do it more, especially because I'm already putting it out there. You know, so if I say I'm gonna do it for a week, I'm gonna do it for a week. Um, so yeah, that's really all I have to say right now. Show up for yourself. Show up with where you are with what you have. Be where your feet are. Stick to your word. Stick to the plan. Your mood and your feelings are going to come and go, but the vision is still going to be there. You still have goals to accomplish. You still have shit to get done. There's still work that we got to do. So sometimes we just got to let ourselves feel, go through the motions for a little bit, and keep going. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this week and forever, I guess. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to say for real now. So yeah, good night. Is it nighttime? Yeah, it's definitely nighttime. So